What's going on? Welcome to another episode of The Extra Yard. It has been 3 weeks now. I think we're at 3 weeks.
A fat minute.
It has been a long time, but it's been the off season. It's been fairly slow. I've been sulking, admittedly, in what was a horrible, horrible sweep for the Miami Heat. I mean, I
got fired.
So. Yeah, and Juan.
I'm just defending Tua all off season. Apparently,
I mean, Juan's life is just that. Look at Alfredo being first.
I love him, bro.
Alfredo Arteaga commenting first. Who do you? I never thought I'd be
Miami Sports Things, gang.
Is the biggest fan of this show because I remember when I was texting a personal thing. I remember when I was texting him in one of my last interviews with Onside. He was like, "You guys doing the extra yard tonight?" And I was like, "Nah, but next week." And then, of course, then it happened. But shout out to Alf.
But we're here now, and we're here to talk about nothing more. The only thing we're talking about tonight, and I think
I'm
no.
I
think we need a minimum 60 minutes, guys. When is the next draft? We obviously need a new quarterback.
Yeah,
obviously.
That,
look. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was at work. I got off work. I got on Twitter, and the only thing I saw was that Tua needs to be traded immediately because he threw 5 interceptions at a rainy day in practice. And listen, Allen Iverson had it right. We're talking about practice, not a game. We're talking about practice. Juan, please give me some sense.
So I just want to clear up the fact that I spent the majority of the beginning of this year on
a different boat. On a different boat.
Yeah, on a different boat. The people who know will know.
You were in different waters. You guys see what I did there? You see what I did there? Because we're Dolphins. Also the initial.
Yeah, boot them up, Kai.
I got you. Give me a second. All right, we're good.
So I've obviously spent time on different waters, as Michael liked to point it out.
You broke my camera.
Yeah, I'm getting cooked out. But I spent the last 2 days becoming a meteorologist first. After I became a meteorologist and learned rain patterns and rain weather and formation of clouds, I turned into a stan ? I don't know, bro. It just confuses me. And I try not to be so direct with the beat writers and the beat reporters because they are trying their best, quote unquote. But man, do they have narratives to sell?
One second. You're suspended. You're not coming back on the show. You're not coming back on the show.
Royal A. Kuiper, bro. You had such
you're suspended.
You were in here like swimwear, bro. And
you know what? He says Herbert Butter. Yeah. Talk about your Green Bay situation. Yeah, bum. Yeah. Please continue, Juan.
So yeah, I just feel like it's just been full on narratives this whole entire week, and I feel like if Tua had gone out there first day thrown 6 touchdowns instead of 6 interceptions, it's swept under the rug, and it's just practice. But 6 interceptions, sells clicks, gets people hyped, gets people going. ESPN had like a full on 13-minute section of 30-minute show of just Tua's interceptions, and truly this week was kind of like, oh my gosh, like Tua is really polarizing. Like I knew he was popular, but this week was just out of hand.
And I'm gonna throw one guy out there who's been on this train about this kind of uneven media preferential treatment towards just hating him for a while, and that is, he's there in the comments. Alfredo has been talking about this for a while. 100%. Alfredo has been tweeting about it for a while. He's been calling people out on it for a while. It is absolutely absurd. Just like the immediate motion towards hatred for no reason. Because this isn't like Tua ever came out and said, I'm the best quarterback of all time. I should be the number one pick.
I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what it is, but it's just like, it feels like the default setting is hate. Mm-hmm. There's nothing in between. There's no, let's give him a shot. Oh, it was a practice day. No. It's just it's hatred,
Michael.
It's absolute love.
It's June 15th.
Stupid.
It's a torrential downpour. You're telling a shot. Like, come on, Michael.
Bro.
We need playoff. We need playoff Tua right now.
Do you see this?
And this is why I became.
That's literally right now, bro.
So if you guys see the forecast right now, right around the center cone, you're going to see a lot of congestion mixed in with some rainy. I'm telling you, I became a meteorologist. I was forced to. It's been out of hand.
I know that for everyone that's been here in Miami, you know that it's been a little bit wild the past like 3 days, and especially look that I know people are going to say no excuses. There's no excuses for that, but then there's also no excuses today for not talking about the good things and just saying, "Oh, it's in the red zone." Dude, we'll get into that stuff, but like
I saw a 50-yard bomb tweeted, but I didn't.
Yeah, it's
red zone.
Jakeem Grant caught a pass, but
you had to, who?
19. Sorry.
Okay.
We're so past that at this point. We have like bigger things to handle than just 19 and everything like that. Like there's bigger fish to fry right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, look, in terms of weather, it's been so bad the past 3 days. The fact that this is what people like, someone tweeted out a video right across from Hard Rock or from like the practice facility and said, "This is the weather right now."
Highly abread. Yeah, that's our boy, highly abread. He posted that video, and literally you couldn't even see across the street where he was pointing to. But Tua was throwing 40-yard passes.
You know what? I think about everybody that decided to take to take it on the chin and be like, "Hey, you know what? Tua threw 5 interceptions in practice. That proves what I've said all along, which is that Tua sucks." You know what I think about all of those people?
He threw 5.
Stupid. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's all. Look,
he threw 5 interceptions in 9 games, and we're freaking about 5 interceptions in June 15th.
Like, and that's the thing too. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here excited, right? I'm not sitting here like, "Oh, yes, he threw 5 interceptions." You'd like to not throw 5 interceptions.
I am like that though. I am to the point where like, hey, you know what? I like to see Tua be aggressive and maybe throw in some passes that shouldn't be thrown in the game.
But it's not even that. It's freaking practice. They're not wearing pads.
You know your limits are.
It's like, not even.
The biggest thing.
They're implementing another playbook. Like there's a bazillion things.
Cole sees.
Is it fantastic? No. Am I going to sit here and say, "Great, he threw 5 interceptions"? No, that's not a good thing. But I'm also not going to sit here and condemn the guy.
And also, our defense is just, nothing. It's just Tua throwing to people just standing there. Apparently,
considering how many cornerbacks we've picked up, weren't we playing a formation? Weren't we playing 1-1-9? 1 defensive lineman, 1 linebacker, and then the 9 cornerbacks that we signed in the freaking offseason?
At this point, I think we're going 12 deep in there. I don't know. So
we just have 12 quarterbacks.
That's the only way to get all them all on the field at the same time.
It is. Look, we can. Cap is here. Yeah, boy, Cap.
I feel
like you need some third-person insight, bro.
It's been so ridiculous for like some of the stuff that we've heard. Honestly,
third-person insight.
Yeah, he talks in third person all the time.
Oh,
if
okay.
you know. Come on, Mike. Come
on. No. I thought he didn't know what was happening. I thought he was saying like we should get Cap's opinion, but like as a third person, I'm like, first of all, it's a whole thing.
Anyway, so basically, the biggest thing I think, look, oh my god. So we know like what's been happening with it, to try to put on like any of a serious point of view, because apparently we're not one of the whimsical shows here, but to put on
we're serious here.
Point of view, right? There's been so many players, and as someone who really religiously watches like the Pat McAfee show and likes that, this kind of stuff was happening last year.
I do understand
some of the practices, and like certain things were happening, right? Where players were a little bit like bad in practice of this. He had a full segment talking about how when they go into the offseason, they go into these practices, they know that the offense is going to be behind the defense. They know that things are going to be bad. They're installing things. They're going to keep trying things. Why would you, if I'm looking at it from an actual fan point of view and sitting here talking about the practice, how can you be so upset that someone is going out there and the offense and the coaches are saying, let's force everything. Let's see what we can
be aggressive.
Be aggressive. That's the one thing that you ended the 2020 NFL season saying.
We
need more.
Tua didn't try. He threw too short to the line of scrimmage.
He goes up there and he puts this aggression out there. And
look at him making mistakes in camp.
And that's
this just is gonna snowball into training camp and into preseason, and then after the season, he's gonna throw 5 interceptions each game. Fuck out of here,
dude! And it's the same thing that people
last
are
3 days.
It's the same people that think that the preseason matters. To be honest,
and I'm so hot about it because Coach Flo even says it. He goes, "Bro, how the hell am I going to send out Jason Sanders to kick out a 60-yard field goal if I don't know he can fucking do it in practice? You don't. You make him try it in practice. You see, oh hey, look, with the win, without.
I love this, you Juan.
It's been a while.
Because you know what's crazy though?
It's been a wild week.
Yeah, but here's what's crazy, right? Because I've been to Tua stand the whole time. I haven't been foolish, right?
You
I
haven't
haven't
been
sat here and
wishy-washy
thought,
like me.
yeah, no, I haven't been foolish about it and been like, oh, Tua's perfect. No, he made penalty mistakes last year. He needs to improve for sure. But this whole like, let's jump on the guy after one practice, y'all are crazy.
Cop, you do not have that. We're not gonna highlight, but you don't have that, bro. And if
Bro,
you do,
Cap, you need to behave, homie.
Yeah, bro.
What are we doing? Okay, do we actually give even? I don't even know. 2%, 2% importance into what happened. Because I give it 0.
I'll give it the 2% just because it makes me a little excited to see him be aggressive and actually come out and say, hey, look, I'm just testing things. I got Waddle with speed, I got Fuller with speed, I got Albert Wilson with speed. I haven't thrown to these guys in ever, except for Waddle, maybe 12 months ago, if that, probably more. So am I upset that he's just slinging it out there in torrential downpour where realistically, if we're in a game that's raining that hard, we're running the ball most of the time. We're not throwing it out there.
With the Gaskins.
You see what my boy with
19 caught a pass. Like, I feel like that's the best thing that we can come away with out of all of this. 19 caught a pass.
How long was that pass, guy?
I'm coming away with nothing
how long
from
was
this.
The pass, actually? I haven't even. Was there a report about how long the pass
Oh,
was?
yeah, it was a 50-yarder. Oh no, sorry, that was Waddle. I
just look.
He
It's
caught it
practice.
about like the 10. Where'd he throw that from?
Do you remember how many times there were reports about Tannehill looking great in practice?
Oh, you remember Tannehill screaming at practice squad players saying "enjoy that check" or whatever it was?
Yelling at Kalen Balaj.
Yo, my guy was fiery. Listen, Tannehill didn't play. Tannehill became the.
He caught a 30-yard pass.
I don't
from
care.
The red zone.
Caught a 30-yard pass
from the red zone.
Bro,
that's the thing that they need to really count.
From the red zone.
For real,
I don't care if it was 30 yards, if it was 2 yards, if it was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The fact that he put both hands on it and secured it, I'm fine with.
In the red zone.
I need to know if he bobbled it though. That's the key.
Oh no, he did.
It
was in the red zone. There was no time to bubble. I forgot the red zone started at the 30, but then I looked it up and it was at the 20. But then there must have been a penalty that pushed it back to the 30. I don't know what's going on with Waddle's receptions. I think there was a lot of penalties there because there was a 50-yarder.
Is this true? Kai, look it up.
Oh God,
Kai, look it up.
I like how I'm the one that looks everything up.
Oh, because Mike is like super excited right now.
I have like the 4 freaking screens, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean I have 2, but I also have a mechanical keyboard, so it'd be really loud if I typed anything.
I have one too. It's a Corsair.
Oh,
My
fancy!
dog.
What you got? What kind of keyboard you got, Juan?
I got a little Logic.
Nobody cares, bro. Shut up.
Yo, he's actually showing it.
All right, guys. Fuck you.
That's what you get for being a fake Tua fan.
Apparently,
you're not one of us. Okay, you can't sit with us. When Tua takes us to the promised land, you're gonna be at another table because I've been at this table the whole time.
I'm gonna be sitting down next to Beasley, Papar, all them boys. We'll be talking about how he's still. I don't know about him. Beasley, I don't know. He only won one. We got to get to the second one.
Juan is totally heated, bro.
Yeah,
listen, we've been telling this all up for a while now. Juan is too deep on Twitter right now. He's gone too deep. Like, I want to know how much time you spend off of your phone.
Actually, I recently got a new phone, and the battery, I will say, it's just lasts all day. Like, I don't even need to charge it. But I will say probably 8 hours screen on time, maybe.
What kind of phone do you get?
S21 Ultra.
You see, that's why we don't text you. That's why we don't. No, that's why we don't text you.
That's the problem. I get
those stupid green text messages.
You guys get the same cute toys I buy my daughter at Target. That's what I think an iPhone is. Like,
he says with a Switch behind him and like 12 Funkos. There's shut up, you Logitech keyboard bum.
Can you guys put up Alfredo's comment? I think it's it's useful. It's fitting.
I was on it.
Wait,
is someone gonna read it? I'm so confused.
Oh, Tua was lined up at his own 40-yard line on red zone drills.
Noel, I can't find this picture, by the way. I don't know where this picture
Oh no.
Noel said that he thinks it was in a museum in Miami. So like they painted Le'Veon in a Dolphins shirt in the museum, or was he there at the museum?
No, Le'Veon was in a museum, homie.
Okay, well now I'm really questioning things. Le'Veon Bell at a museum
in Miami.
First of all, First of all, what's wrong with Bell in a museum? You think he's not a man of culture?
Doesn't really make sense.
I think Homie came out recently and said that he would never play for Andy Reid after playing for Adam Gase. So there's some misplaced anger there. There's something wrong there. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Listen,
our guy Savage put out a tweet and it had a quote, like a fake quote of what Andy Reid said, and it was I'm trying to find it now. It was along the lines of like Andy Reid clapping back, like fake quote thing saying, if you look at his stats since 2017, it looks like he's already been retired. I wish that.
You know what? I thought we'd talk a lot longer, but I feel like we don't have a lot to talk about with this Tua stuff, just because we all agree it's stupid. There's just nothing else.
I think that I don't think that there's nothing else. I just think the biggest issue that I have, and I think we can comment on it, especially now that I was fired, I can comment on it for sure. But the biggest thing is like, if you're gonna play things one way, and I know this is the internet, I know this is the media, but it's something that pisses me off a lot, because I would be the first, like, especially after I looked at some things, like I personally feel, and especially after looking at certain film for certain things, I personally feel like some of the criticism that me and Juan throw 19's way, like some of it can stop, but a lot of it is probably warranted. Personally,
if only you guys had a host that had been screaming that at you guys since last November.
We don't like listening to you.
We don't listen to that.
So I think like there is things where you go out there and you say, all right, I'm wrong. You go out there and you can admit certain things, and you have to kind of play things both ways, and you have to do that. How I personally feel like I feel on certain things. And I feel like it does a disservice to anyone that follows me or listens to whatever the hell I have to say to not try to play both sides. But like, dude, if you're gonna go out there and you're gonna make such a
yes,
so after this about what happened,
that's my point. I'm gonna wait for Kai to finish.
Like, you have to talk about what happens today, whether it's good or bad, and you can't just go, "Oh, there's only 2 people there." Like, bro, Safed literally works with you. Like, come on now. Like, this is.
I just my thing that's happening lately, and I'd love to do the like research on it. Does negative information get more clicks? Like, does negative?
It does. Then it for sure pushes a narrative too, right?
But my thing, because like because Colin Cowherd does it all the time, where he like finds. It feels like the only time he talks about Miami teams is when he's like.
Have you seen Tua lately?
Right. It's
he's
only
wearing
when
his hat backwards. That means he's having a bad season.
But then what he does is he gets a bunch of retweets and he gets a bunch of interactions and it blows up. And at the end of the day, that's what they want, right? So if they're sitting there and they're tweeting out, "Oh, he threw a 30-yard pass, cool," that'll get a few likes. He threw 15 interceptions or 5 interceptions.
I showed you guys Joe Shad's tweet, right?
What was that? 17,000 likes?
That's insane to me, right?
I just don't understand.
I think my frustration really lies with the fact that we're at the beginning of minicamp. There is 88 players on this team. I understand Tua's a quarterback. I understand Tua was the 5th overall pick last year. I understand that most of our season does rely on him taking that next big jump. I just don't like the fact that it's like no mention of Waddle, no mention of Phillips. Holland got sprinkled in there sometimes. Hunter Long, Bernard McKinney.
Oh, I forgot Hunter Long was on this team.
you see what I'm saying? Like there's so many other players that we could be highlighting, mentioning, talking about, and it's just like Tua all day Tua. And I get it. Cool.
But you want to know something though? Hold on. You want to know something though? That's how it was with Tannehill too, though. When Tannehill was quarterback, that's all the tweets were. What Tannehill threw this, Tannehill did this, Tannehill passed it over here.
But I feel like with Tannehill, they always had Matt Moore behind him, and there was always kind of like that.
And with Tannehill, there wasn't that like leaning towards wanting him to be terrible. It genuinely feels like a lot of the media members want Tua to be bad. Like their goal is like, ooh, I hope that Tua throws more interceptions today so that I can get another crap ton of likes on my tweet. And I'm going to give Joe credit because Joe Shad, in my opinion, does not seem like one of those guys.
No, because the next day today he posted a positive one.
Yeah.
And like Alfredo's pointing out,
it wasn't even close to the same.
And I just want to make that clear because like we brought up the Joe Shad tweet as an example.
Yeah, 100%.
But I feel like he's one of the few that's just like, here's my honest opinion on it.
Here's everything I'm seeing.
And it's not going to be like just the lows to get the lows, right? Whereas it feels like certain other outlets, Miami Herald, really does a lot of those just negative things. You know what I mean? So it's like, all I'm asking for is some even keel coverage.
I'm not paying 99 cents
and I think, do we all want to start a petition? Get Alfredo down there. Is that what we want? I'll just mute everybody else, and I'll just watch Alfredo's tweets.
I had already started it.
If Alfredo is not down there, like that's not even. I'm not saying this because Alf like works with us. I'm not saying this because we're the extension of 3 yards per carry. I'm saying legitimately, like if I would be the same if like Simon or Jesus was here, both in Miami as well. Like,
Jesus Christ.
Actually, Christ Kaufman. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like if they're not actually there, if it's for COVID things, sure, but you had like 8 or 10 people there today. If they're not one of the people that get to be there for some of these, it's ridiculous.
No, and the way I see it too is when a play goes down, if there's a bunch of opinions and there's a bunch of the beat writers' opinions, and then it's Alfredo, Simon, and Chris's opinions, I'm gonna weight those a lot higher. And that's not just because I'm part of this network. That's because I've seen what they've said. We've seen it all come true. I think all we're asking for is a little bit of levity, a little bit of neutrality.
I would want context. That's honestly what I want. Right? Like,
don't just say, "Oh, he threw this interception." Why? Did somebody pop it up?
There was after the interception. There was some miscommunication. He grabbed Devontae. They started talking it out. They hashed it out. Cool. Second interception. Receiver was running up the field. Tua threw it behind him on Tua. But you just see through an interception here to Javon Holland, interception here to Justin Coleman.
As well.
There was one that was dropped. The one of the interceptions was off of Gesicki's hand. Like they like it just. I just don't like the non-context part of it. That's the part that irks me because it's like you see something where like Papart mentions like, oh, after Tua waited so long, he finally got off a pass to Jakeem Grant, and they literally posted his tweet, the video. Bro, that's not like that was like a pocket pass. Like,
I'll say on Alfredo's thing, I meant getting Alfredo there now, like now, getting him in there. I know Alfredo goes to camp. I follow that, but I'm saying like right now because right now I need somebody to give me a little bit of like actual reporting, not just like here's the negative thing that happened.
Storytelling.
Retweet.
Yeah.
Right now, I want to see. I really want to see what happens if. So let's just say Tua goes out there and has a great year. I want to see what these same people tweet. Like I want to see if it's because I feel like what they're going to start doing is
Michael,
the team got him speed.
I
feel like it's going to be the team got him speed, and so he played better. The team found his weapons, and so like they're going to give everything else the credit for when it goes well, and that's going to be
you know what it is. They're gonna do that, and then they're gonna go in their caves, and the minute he has a 2 interception game, you see. He's not built for this. You see how small he looked. You see how unathletic he is. He can't read defenses. He still doesn't even know the playbook.
And again, neither of the three of us, and I'll speak for the three of us. And if you disagree with me, let me know. Neither of the three of us is sitting right here saying that Tua was perfect last year, or that Tua is going to 100% be fine. Tua had problems. Tua needs to address those problems. But I'm not going to sit here and root actively against him for literally no reason.
And for what at this point? You're acting like we're having like a first round pick this year. No, we're having the 49ers first round pick. If Tua blows and the season goes to shit, there's nothing really to look forward to besides seeing the 49ers take the pick. And like at this point, it's like, yo, like we either ride or we die with Tua, and this is gonna be the year we find out. Give it a chance. Maybe give it until, Friday, the weekend. I don't know. I mean, like Monday morning, Tuesday morning, you're killing him.
Maybe
already.
Give it to see. I cannot wait for training camp. Not training for preseason. The dude is gonna throw 1 interception in preseason, and it's just gonna be an absolute circus.
Oh, for sure. I'm waiting for. I'm telling you, Mike. I'm waiting for his multiple turnover game, for all the haters to come out loud and proud.
And Devlin, Kai, go ahead before we get to Devlin's point.
Oh, I was gonna say let's switch to that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think at this point, honestly,
24
we're gonna
minutes
have to talk about Tua. We're gonna have to talk about Tua. That's just what it is at this point, right? Like that. And to a certain extent, I do believe the team really hinges on how he does.
Oh, for sure.
The way he goes is where this team will go. But it's not. But it's not just. But
I will say this though, and before I cut you off, Mike,
The person we're going to talk about next, if we're going into Devlin's point, might be more important to the season.
So
I feel like.
So you think that, and the person we're talking about is Xavier Howard. So
Yeah.
Xavier Howard is holding out from this. What is this minicamp? This is minicamp, right?
It's minicamp, yeah.
Right, it's minicamp.
It's
Xavier
mandatory minicamp.
Okay, so he's holding out. That sucks. I think we can all agree that sucks. We'd like to see him there. There's a lot of different points on the internet as to whether or not he deserves the money, whether or not he should be holding out, why he's holding out, what the goal is, what's going to end up happening with him. Kai, do you think it's fair? Or are you okay with what Xavier is doing?
As an Xavier Howard stan since the day he was drafted,
you are
literally. You can go search up the tweet, search up at Samurai Radio and Xavier Howard. I've been an Xavier Howard stan since the day he was drafted.
Don't look up exclusivity and DW, please.
Just saying, by the way.
Different waters.
Anyone ever wants to, look at that. I'm not really. I don't really think it's the same thing. I think it matters what it doesn't. It's not like this is a situation with Aaron Rodgers, like the Aaron Rodgers situation, skipping out. Yeah, I think that's big. The X one, I don't see it as too big of a deal. I think it'll be more of an issue if they can't figure something out, but I think that they will. I mean, Jay Glazer said today, and take it for whatever you want to take it for, kind of that there is something between where Xavier Howard does want a rework deal, but I mean, if you're the Dolphins and you want to rework that deal and you think that, and to the point, coming in earlier about Noah Benogany, if he's actually, and again, the same way, and I'll preach this throughout the thing, especially throughout the show as we continue to talk, the same way that we're saying that a lot of the stuff with Tua matters right now. Look, I gotta be honest, I'm not putting any stock in what we're seeing with Noah Benogany. Like it is what it is.
Fair.
You can't go out there and say, yeah, Noah Benogany is doing great, and then try to take down whatever's happening right now with Tua, whatever it is. Just my personal opinion.
The practice award counts as much as the offseason award, right? Like you win the offseason, great. Go actually make it work on the field. You're the best in training camp or mini camp, whatever, great. Go actually do it against other opponents. I'm not saying Noah's not going to be good, but until I see it happen against other people, I'm not going to put stock into it.
Yeah, and I think with X, look, I would personally say to give him a little more guaranteed money. That's just how I personally feel. Maybe it's because I've literally been standing him since he was drafted to the Dolphins, but I feel like you would give him more guaranteed money, and I feel like and even if you're going to give him more guaranteed money for the next 2 years, I feel like having that, I think it would be great of having him and Byron. And if you can go out there and you can continue to develop Noah, and he becomes, look, to Noah's credit, to give him the credit as people are going to be asking him to get deserved, because it is what it is. You had a lot of these top tier receivers coming into the draft last year and coming into the draft this year. When they were interviewed, when they were said, who's the toughest corner that you face in college,
a lot of them said Noah
was the one that was the one that they were going against. And these aren't the guys like, 7th round guys that are out. These are the top tier wide receivers that everyone was, chomping at the bit to try to get on their team. So I think, look, I would personally give X a little bit more money, and if guarantee it, whatever it is. If you don't want to give him more money down the road, guarantee the money, add avoidable years, whatever you have to do. I personally would like to see X still on the team.
So I feel like there's a couple points here to be made, right? One, if you want to call me crazy and a crackhead, I'll take it. But I wouldn't be surprised if Flores was sitting here making all these interceptions happen. First day of camp, just to show Xavier, hey, look, we can get interceptions without you. we don't need you. We need him. We got superstar.
He's sitting there.
Superstar.
He's sitting there in the room before practice, and he's telling the offensive coordinators, throw a bunch of interceptions. Look, call this play when I call this one.
This is the guy by coincidence played a bunch of Jay-Z, Ether, all this stuff with Kenny Stills back in there, right? Come on. But not to be serious, right? I feel like, and I mentioned it earlier, I feel like if there's one player that holds more importance to this season than just Tua, for me it's Xavier. And I think it's
I'm just gonna real quick. Can we start calling him Xavier?
What did I say? Xavier?
Yeah, because I don't think you pronounce the X. I think it's just Xavier.
I'm just say Javian.
Javian sounds like a kid that just got what was the kid, the Cuban kid in Miami a long time ago? There's like a little kid that came in like a box or something.
No, you're talking about the one with the Marlins where he was dancing with his shirt up.
No, that kid was there. No, I'm talking about a long time ago. There was like a little kid who was coming over from Cuba, and I think unfortunately, like his mom passed away on the way over, and like you guys don't know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
Dang.
Nah.
Okay, never mind.
But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna just say X. With X at this point, it got it got to this point for me by two things, right? One is you definitely I'm not sure if Byron was specifically asking to get paid more than X. If he did, then you deal with the repercussions. But if he wasn't, and Greer made that decision on himself, he kind of put himself into the spot.
No, Greer was paying the market. Greer was paying the market because even then he wasn't there a higher cornerback salary like a week later?
Yeah, for sure. So based off of that
I think
point,
at
right?
the time he was like the third highest paid. No, he was the highest paid.
He was the highest paid for like a day. Literally a day. Literally a day. He was like the highest. But here's my point with that, right? If you're playing the market, he did sign that deal back then. He, in my opinion, he outplayed that deal because at this point we're looking at him having a career year. And again, this is my opinion only. Off the back of just getting motivated of, okay, well, you're gonna sign a guy to pay him more than me.
You think that's why
a year later, and you drafted my replacement in the first round. I bet. Watch this. I'm gonna ball out, and the next off season, y'all gonna have to pay me again. And I would not be surprised or shocked if that's really how it went down and played out in his mind. And I kind of, you guys saw it in our chat. I kind of went back and forth with Lewis. I don't feel like it's necessarily ego. It's just for me personally, when a player has leverage, it's maybe once in a lifetime. Like they very seldomly have that leverage.
That's where I'm gonna side with you. It's and like for this
I'm always
comes around so rarely.
I'll always side with the millionaire over the billionaire, bro. Because like I know my role in this world, and I have more of a chance to call him to be a millionaire than I'll ever will to be a billionaire. So I just can't relate to Stephen Ross and trying to save money for the franchise. No, bro. Like
if that Ross man has never really done that. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
Ross paid for the stadium, and Ross paid for
of all the NFL owners, Ross feels like the one that I would have the least beef with, and it's not because I'm a fan of the Dolphins, but the dude literally pulls out of his own pocket every time. No, and hey, listen, I think it's an underrated hire. I think the CEO of the Miami Dolphins was a fantastic pickup, changing the stadium, getting all of these other events coming in, having the drive-ins and all that stuff.
All these boxing matches
that last year.
Would you guys be down to do a little boxing match between 3YPC and the Extra Yard? I feel like that's the new wave right now.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm gonna get rocked.
Yeah,
I feel like Alfredo will beat us technically, kind of like Floyd just did.
We'd have to like line it up. We'd have to line it up. Yeah. So, like, here's the thing. I feel like I'd end up fighting Alfredo because host to host. I get rocked 100%. Like, I have no chance. Kai versus Christ. I mean, one walks on water, the other one's Kai. Like, we know who's gonna win that. And then Simon's got a bit of that British pub fighting, so you're done.
Bro, he's shaking me up.
I can turn into Christ as well. All right.
Chill out. Then you gotta try. You gotta try. I don't want to fight them. I'd throw in the towel.
Bro, that's the new wave right now, bro. Celebrity boxing matches.
I've never punched a person in the face, like straight up. I never have. And feels like it would hurt my hand. Like I just don't. I just don't see why I'd want to do that. Look, with Xavier, here's my thing. I agree with you. Like this leverage comes around so rarely for the players. If the Dolphins don't want to pay him, I'm fine with that too.
Everybody has a decision to make. Whatever the consequences are with it, they're gonna be that.
I just think I don't blame Xavier for wanting this contract because who has that kind of a season? And when you have that kind of a season, you get recognition immediately after. And I understand when people say, oh, but he signed a contract. Sure, he signed a contract, but if he busted both of his knees tomorrow, they would cut him. They'd pay him the guaranteed portion. And not a single dollar.
They might ask for some back.
Right.
You didn't even fill up the contract. So
exactly. Like when I start seeing
the Lions still trying to get Calvin Johnson's money.
Calvin Johnson's still trying to get his money.
when I start seeing the teams pay back these players in those situations, right? When I start seeing them do like the honorable thing and be like, you got hurt, then that's fine. But if teams aren't doing that, I'm also not going to blame the players. I'm not going to. And especially when it's your livelihood. Like, this is his chance to make his money. Yes, I understand. It's millions of dollars and it's maybe 1 or 2 million. And what should that matter to a guy with that kind of money? Well, it does. That could be a difference in his life 20, 30, 40 years from now, because
or
the way
his
he decides to spend,
kids life,
because the way he decides to spend that money is his option. So I just think, look, if they want to trade him, I'm fine with it, but I'm also not going to be mad at Xavier for wanting the money.
Let me play that other side of the coin, right? Because I did think about it like this, and I'm saying, okay, well, if I'm Flo and I'm Greer, how does it look to? Because we are one of the younger teams, right? Let's just be honest about it. We're probably, I think last year we were the youngest team. I'm not sure this year where we're going to be at.
I think the Bengals might have been youngest.
So we're obviously a younger team, right? and you see he was last year our best player, period. You see last year he's our best player, and he comes back the next season and he's asking to rework his deal, who was signed in 2019, less than 20 months ago. You're setting almost a precedence for, it's like, okay, well, like we'll renegotiate if you have a really good season.
Yeah.
And what, like, at that point you're kind of setting yourself up for failure, because it's like, okay, well, what if Devontae has a 12 touchdown year? Are we gonna have to rework him too?
No,
listen, if Gaskin comes out
and that's what I'm saying. I'm fine with the Dolphins if they decide to trade him. Honestly, because of the way I know our cap situation is going to go, because at some point soon we're gonna have to pay a quarterback,
and we're gonna have to play a tight end, and
we're gonna have to pay a tight end.
They will.
We should be paying.
I don't think so either.
A running back, in my opinion.
Yeah,
right. If you find a running back, you got to pay them.
No, we're gonna wait till first round next year to go crazy again.
Yeah,
I don't think this team is ever going to draft the first round running back.
I told you guys this. I told you guys months ago this.
Okay, but that was because it was 2 first rounds in a row. That's why I'm saying this now.
Not you guys. You tell Michael.
Okay. True. Michael was the only one still beating the hammer for he who shall not be named.
I was never really.
It's a drum. No one beats a hammer, bro. Did you hear yourself?
You could be something else, but all right, you want to be a Spartan.
Anyway, yeah, real quick. Hammer. It's not a thing, homie.
To be on some other stuff, according to Spotrac, and I think this is perfect to have here. Xavier Howard and the Dolphins could potentially part ways in 2022 and coming into the 2022 season. It's not like a report. It's just according to the salary and how everything is breaking down. Now, of course, things are different. The Dolphins have an option to get an out on the deal and only suffer $2.8 million in dead cap and not have to pay him the remaining $39 million of his contract.
I don't think he has any. I don't think he has like any guaranteed money at all after the 12 this year.
So he had 27 guaranteed at signing and 39 total guaranteed. He'll have 13 million guaranteed this season, I believe.
Yeah, and then after that, nothing.
So that's his point. And you look at Byron. I think Byron, he had an $80 million deal with 54 guaranteed.
I'll get the specifics. So that's
and I understand that he did sign in an offseason later. But if we're being smart, wouldn't it be kind of smart to give him the contract now with the cap being low? And then in 2 years, it's going to blow.
And I agree with Alfredo, too. You can fix it with guaranteeing it.
Yep.
But with guaranteeing the money, then that comes straight out of Ross's pocket, correct? Like when they restructure stuff and they do this kind of stuff.
The cash,
yeah. Yes. So that's straight out of Ross's pocket. And Ross isn't going to say no. If he thinks it makes sense, it's going to help them win. He's going to do it.
I think the way I had understood the contracts, like let's say that $80 million Byron deal, those $80 million are already in an escrow account, and then they kind of get paid out the way like if like there's a yearly base that he has to get paid, or like bonuses and stuff like that, depending on like stats. Then
my man's talking about escrow. Look at you.
Yeah, no, because I was super interested about that like a year ago. So I looked it up, and funny enough, for the Zeke deal, what?
There's a difference of less than $1 million between the guaranteed money for Byron Jones at signing and the total guaranteed for Xavier Howard in general. there's a $14 million difference in total guaranteed money.
And then imagine having 9 more interceptions than him the first year y'all play together.
Interceptions aren't everything.
I understand they're not everything.
No, but my thing too.
I had somebody this week say that, oh well, Xavier had those interceptions because of Byron. Okay, well, let's go back to 2018 when he had 7 in 12 games. Were those because of Bobby McCain?
Was injury ridden like 24/7. I mean, he came
well,
back.
Time out. I'm not gonna say that he got all of those because of Byron, but I'm gonna say Byron played a part in a lot of them.
Yeah, you could say that
for sure.
So then look. I think we're all in agreement. You give him more guaranteed money.
Don't let him walk. That's my thing.
I'd be fine trading him if he doesn't want to take the guaranteed.
My problem with Xavier, I feel like he could
get guarantee, dude. That's 70. Like that was a $75 million contract. Unless you really want that,
I don't think they're going to guarantee all of it, considering his injury history.
They're not going to guarantee.
They might do something.
Guarantee like another $25 million of that deal. Like let's say you just guarantee the next 2 seasons, and you have that out when he's 31 at 2024. You're guaranteeing him what, $23 million more. Guarantee him $23 million more of that deal. That last 11.6.
It's really easy for us to say these things, but it's still Ross's pocket. I think it's a easy
decision, to be perfectly honest.
I think it is right now because you just had that performance. But again, we all know how his knees. I think we all know how his knees are.
Yeah, but I feel like at least this year you can give him something like they did with Stephon Gilmore the year before, where I think he was scheduled to make 10 and they bumped it up to like 15. I feel like there is stuff
too.
And
out.
So that's
out for the season.
No,
like he's holding out. He's holding out. Yeah,
he's gonna be gone.
So I don't know what they want to do with Xavier. No. And to be honest with you, the last time that I heard Flores say he expects somebody back, the next day they retired. So I don't know if this is like coach speak.
That was BS, though. We all know that they wanted to.
We did, but. Would I be surprised if they decided to maybe do some type of trade with the Cardinals?
It just doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like the kind of move that Flores would be happy with. Like he seems like a very like you come and you do your job, we'll give you what you deserve kind of thing, right? And I don't want to speak for him. Maybe he's the kind of guy who's like, good for you, go fight for him. It seems like Brian Flores is a very work ethic. Go earn your stuff. If you're unhappy about the situation, talk to us, but show up.
Yeah.
This seems like something that he wouldn't like.
I think Flores would have been okay with everything besides just missing out. I think missing camp.
He would have been fine with the conversation. He would have been fine with, hey, I want another contract. I want more guaranteed money. But with the caveat that you actually showed up and he didn't show up. And it again, just based on what we can all assume from his personality, it doesn't seem like a Flores move.
No. And what's scary to me about this, and again, it's because we're so young. I don't know if X would get toxic about it if it's like middle of training camp and like he's like having to show up finally.
I don't think he'll pull a Zeke.
So that's the part. I don't know if he's gonna go 6 games into the season and then decide to show up just to accrue a year. I don't think so, but I mean, look, Flores was asked, hey, how much do they get fined? And he said $93,000 a day. I don't know about y'all boys, but shit, if I'll show up with a 25 jersey, I'll put on a 25 Xavier jersey. Y'all, X, hit me up, bro. We gonna talk.
Yeah, but you get that 93,000, you can put it straight into Bitcoin, boy.
Facts, boy. You already know.
Hey, but that was another person that got a good amount of money.
Yeah. So people were upset about it.
Baker. Who the hell was upset about Baker's extension?
Oh, Alf went back and forth with a couple people about the Baker extension, and rightfully so.
To be perfectly honest, my boy Houts, it was one of the ones that leads that train because he's still. I love you Joshua, but he still believes in Raekwon McMillan. And
hey, Raekwon was
I think Raekwon had a place as
he was a London Roberts
linebacker.
Yeah.
Raekwon's been on 3 different teams now in less than a year, so
I was a huge fan of the Baker extension because I think Baker's a fantastic player. I love his attitude. I think he fits the system well.
To me, it's almost like the X deal, in the sense that you literally, I don't want to say rushed it, but you got a deal in before TJ Watt, Fred Warner. Like Houts put a list up of like full or Darius Leonard. Like there was like 4 or 5 linebackers who are due to get
Darius
paid.
Hunter already saw, no, they're working on it.
They're working on it. So they were due to get paid, and if you wait till those guys to get paid, you price yourself higher just because you're not in control of it. With this, I feel like the team more or less set themselves up in the same way with Xavier, where they hit him early with a good deal for both sides. But in 2-3 years, we're gonna see that he's not gonna be the 6 paid linebacker.
But it's a good tactic by the team.
Oh no, it's genius. I love it.
Oh, it's the same. Look, let's be honest. It's similar to what they did with the Tannehill contract. The Tannehill contract was a well-done contract by the Dolphins.
120 something million. It was nothing crazy. It was all manageable.
Yeah, and they set it up where they're like, okay, we have our out right here, like we have our stuff ready to go.
I think after year 4 was like a year by year deal type.
They're planning it out well, but I think Jerome deserves it. I think first of all, there's not another linebacker on this team that rushes as well as he does.
$800K a game?
Yeah,
shit,
it's a lot.
Talk to me, bro. Like, bro. We can do some. We could buy some Bitcoin with that, bro. We can buy some Ethereum with that. Bro.
I think. Wait, doesn't $800K get us 1 Bitcoin? Isn't that what it is? A single.
10 years, asshole.
I just think like Baker blitzes better than any other linebacker on this team, and I don't count Andrew Van Ginkel in that because to me, Andrew Van Ginkel isn't a blitzing linebacker. Like he's like an outside linebacker that goes after the quarterback. Really, most of plays.
Fuck Alfredo.
You'd have to pay it back. But Alfredo's straight up like, even the guarantee or you get out of my face.
Facts. Like you don't know what's coming type stuff. Like
I wouldn't put it past them that they get traded. But I mean, hey, listen, I'm a fan of Baker. I think it was a good extension. I think we all agree on that, right?
Yeah,
nobody feels a certain kind of way.
Sure. I think he's almost like the prototypical player you kind of want. In today's NFL, where it's more of a pass-happy league and you're not really that concerned with him in pass coverage. If anything, you feel like you're probably in a good position if he's covering your tight end or your linebacker or something like that. If it's not a top-end tight end, right? I feel like he last year he went back to being an above-average blitzer where he kind of struggled in his second year.
Why would you acknowledge that? Juan was making our show serious for a second, and you really acknowledged it.
I love this.
You have to, though. I can't lie. I saw one with different waters and Big Ben. And it was the lawsuit edition. I was dying.
The one where he's like
something like that. Yeah, it was the lawsuit edition. I couldn't. I couldn't even lie. I had to repost that. Like I was
serious talk, Juan. Serious.
So Baker. Nah, bro, but yeah, he's like the prototypical player you kind of want to have. I feel like he's super athletic. He can blitz, as you saw, getting 3 sacks. What was it against the Mahomes in them?
Well, I mean, he got like 3 yards worth of sacks on that one, like 30-yard sack.
Yeah. So I think he is a crucial player. You got it. He Miami Sports State. It took him 48 minutes, but he got the different waters. Yeah, man. And yeah, I feel like he fits in nicely. He's definitely a team player. And during the interview that he had Monday, the first question Omar asked him was Baker, I want you to blink twice if you need a new deal. And Baker's like, I can't say nothing. And I was just like, what the hell is going on here? And literally,
he was on our list of people in the offseason that we were talking about giving extensions to. It was Jason Sanders. They gave one to already, right?
Thank God.
Then the other options were Jerome Baker, Mike Gesicki, and I think there was one more, Ogba, right? Ogba was always a really low possibility. But between Baker and Gesicki, it's a tough choice. They didn't draft Baker's backup, though. Like, they didn't draft Baker's replacement. I'm not saying Hunter Long.
Is this a Hunter Long?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Hunter Long is going. Why am I here by myself? You guys stop. You guys.
We're on Madden 22. Is that way? Is it like keeping count, right?
No, well, it hasn't actually been 22 because Madden technically I think started in the 90s.
Y'all go drop a like, bro. We're Like,
Yeah.
bro.
Well, I was saving that for the end, bro. I was gonna do the right YouTube stuff. Come on, bro.
We do it throughout, dog. What you mean? That comment deserves some love, bro. Can you like comments?
I'm not pulling it up, but
Dude, I want to pull it up so bad.
no, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Laughing at that, but it was good, bro. It was good.
It was
Oh,
important.
Gesicki getting an extension. I don't think Hunter Long is going to be the next Mike Gesicki, but they were obviously like, we can get another guy to catch.
I'll be honest with you though, bro. The people that I've read, they're very high on Hunter Long. Like caught me off guard how high they are on him. Like they're talking like no, but they're talking like baby George Kittle, like
baby Kittle.
Yeah,
baby.
And there's a lot of people that really like him.
Baby GK.
Yeah,
baby goalkeeper.
Yeah, maybe probably if I could explain it, and I really thought about it, it's like a mixture of Kittle and Kelsey.
Guys,
he's less of a catcher.
Different waters. It's different waters. We don't use that name. It's different waters.
The lawsuit edition.
Nice, different waters. Yeah.
I've also heard Jason Witten too. And Alfredo, I would love to know if he looks great, but there's only maybe 3 words spoken about him, and everything.
Sorry, no. Wasn't that one tweet about him when they said Tua threw an interception? That wasn't about Hunter Long.
No, that was Gesicki who threw it up.
No. I was just making a joke. I know,
and I was making another joke about Mike Gesicki.
Yeah, but it didn't work.
Okay.
We just all got confused.
No one laughed to either joke.
Anyway, so
yeah. Different waters.
So
lawsuit
edition.
I think it makes sense to have signed Jerome Baker. I'm not saying that Mike Gesicki is easily replaceable, but because he does one thing very well and doesn't do the rest of them. Yeah.
Look at the tight end room. Who's the only one who? I'll be nice. Who doesn't block as well as the others?
Yeah, but who's the only one that can catch the way he can?
And for that same reason, the other 3 have been drafted or signed by this regime. This one. So look at what they're looking for in their tight ends post Mike Gesicki.
And here's the thing.
It ain't Mike Gesicki.
I don't.
Yeah, he is. Stop.
I think he is. That's what I'm saying.
Stop.
That's what I'm saying. I think he is a top 5 tight end.
I've said Kittle, Waller, Kelsey, Andrews. That's kind of like where I kind of put Mike. If maybe I'm missing somebody else, I'm not sure if you guys. But I feel like that's who I would. That's where I would put him 5 or 6. I feel like there was one name I was missing though.
Robert Tonyan.
No.
Chill.
That boy got TDs from.
Chill.
I mean, okay. Whoa, I didn't notice
Kelsey,
TJ Hawkinson
Kittle,
in such
Waller.
a big year.
Hawkinson, I'm not really that big on. So.
Noah Fant is good. He didn't get a lot of stats, but Noah Fant is very good.
I don't trust.
Kyle Pitts is going to be an all-pro, so it doesn't even really matter. But
Evan Ingram is good as well, but Evan Ingram is a little bit more like Mike Gesicki.
Yeah.
Evan Ingram also has a quarterback.
Zach Ertz is not that good right now.
Oh, I thought you were saying about Alfredo's comment.
No. Sorry, I skipped over Alfredo's, but yeah, for sure. And actually, I asked the question earlier this week if anybody could see Gesicki maybe hitting 1,000 yards. And
I don't with the current roster.
I only asked it because it's 17 games now. And if you look more or less at what he was doing with Tua, and I prorated it 17 games, it was like 800 yards. So he's not that far off.
That was without Preston Williams most of those games, right? Because Tua played 2 games with Preston.
There was never a game outside of the Buffalo game with Tua and the Chiefs game where he had more than 10 targets, though. He averaged about 5.
Yeah, but even those 5 would dwindle down. I would much rather him be giving the ball over to Waddle and Albert Wilson, who it looks like is going to stay because apparently Albert Wilson looks good. And Devontae
might push out Lynn Bowden Jr. out of a job,
which is fine, boy, bro. Man. Like, come on,
it's a little sad.
But Albert Wilson does it better.
Oh no, man.
He does.
But Lynn Bowden Jr. from Kentucky, bro. Like, it's just
what? Who the hell cares about Kentucky?
What? Chill out. You guys are off right now. You guys don't know how deep them boys
Kentucky
go.
Or something?
Bro, what boys?
Those guys. Oh my.
What are you talking about?
It's all right, guys.
You're confusing me. There's
gonna be a lot of negative viewers of this.
I can't tell how serious you're being.
No, I'm being dead serious. Lynn Bowden Jr. is the most popular Dolphin, and I might say more popular than Tua. It's to that level, bro. You go through any of his film reviews that I've done, dog. I've never. It's just it doesn't get close to Tua. It does not. Like it's just.
Oh, you're going off of YouTube.
You're going off of your
Oh
YouTube channel.
God.
That's what you're saying.
Twitter too. You said I'm deep in Twitter, so I'm just.
Boy, you
reflecting.
tripping.
I'm telling you, yo, he's popular.
Who's
bro.
a
He's
better
popular.
receiver? Who's a better receiver right now? Albert Wilson or Lynn Patton Jr.?
Well, Albert Wilson.
He doesn't want his
YouTube.
YouTube, he doesn't want his YouTube views to go down. He doesn't want his YouTube views to go down.
Albert Wilson took a year off. Maybe he's rusty. I don't know. He takes a hit the wrong way.
You are slanderous right now.
Bro, he put the dolphin tattoo with the number 15. Double homicide.
Triple homicide.
Yo, listen.
Wait, time out, Cap. I'm not really defending Gesicki here. I think there might have been. I think that was Michael.
What? We said the same thing. We both said he was in top 5.
No, I did say top 5.
So what are you talking about? What did I say that I was defending him?
I'm lost. I don't know, Cap.
I think he's in top 5.
Yeah, I thought I said top 5. I thought he said after.
We both said top 5.
Oh, we did.
I think we all did.
Juan, why don't you go back to Kentucky, huh? Go back to Kentucky.
Stop. There's a lot of.
Go get some fried chicken, homie.
It might not even be chicken. Maybe possum.
I don't think they'll let him in Kentucky, though.
Possum.
I'm not trying to say anything about Kentucky, but I don't think they'll let him in Kentucky.
You ain't never been to Kentucky, Juan. Be honest.
Been to Kentucky Fried Chicken.
You've never been to the state of Kentucky. Kai, have you been?
That's a what is it? What do they call those flyover states?
I haven't been, but I've been to North Carolina, and
I've driven through Kentucky, and it was.
Let me tell you something. Driving through South Carolina, North Carolina.
Juan's not white passing, man. So he.
I'm a minority. Those Confederate flags made me feel uncomfortable. Let me tell you, boy. And most of them were, held together with cousin love, and I don't know.
Look, if I was going through like an area, with my father, people would think that I was like, I'm real white passing, So,
man, we really listen.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, this is what we said. We said these 4, and then after that, we said it was players like. So I mean, he had a good year. You have to give Hawkinson at least he had a good year. I'm not saying he's up there. I don't think he's better than Gesicki. Noah Fant, I think deserves to be in the conversation. I do think Noah Fant is a good tight end, although he can't really stay healthy. And Evan Ingram has performed in the past. Again, it's a bad quarterback situation, so I would kind of put him within there.
I think he leaves that tier, in my opinion, between Hawkinson, Fant, and
So then number 5.
Yeah.
So then number 5 tight end, which is good for him. I think I just don't think he'll be on the team. I'm with Alfredo. I think he'll be off. We'll see where it goes. Over under
definitely feels like that for sure.
Over under on Tua interceptions between now and our next show.
I think today 25. Was the last day of practice, so I think 0.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
25. Bro.
I think the next time we see them is training camp in I think the end of July. But don't worry, there's going to be plenty of stories talking about the 5 interceptions and the tales of Tua, because there's going to. I'm telling you guys right now,
is he going to have to come out and defend himself at some point?
Who?
Dude, Russell Wilson requested a trade, and people gave him less flack for him saying he never requested a trade.
I love his. Did you see him going up to? Did you see him going up to?
We're fine, guys.
Yeah, we're still friends.
They're like this. Through his team, we're fine, guys. Listen, man. My offensive linemen suck. They don't know how to protect me, and then walked back into Seattle. And you're not here.
Hey guys, did you guys want to watch or a TV this year for Christmas?
You, bro,
again,
I'm telling you, Tua had to have,
Again, hold on. This is what it comes down to. Russell Wilson's 1. Right?
Fair, yeah.
Russell Wilson's 1. I'm not
That's
saying
Mr. Unlimited.
But I'm not saying that should be the pass, but that is the pass. Right? Like if you win and you're the quarterback, you can do whatever you want. If Tua wins, if Tua performs, and Tua wins,
they'll still bash him. They will still bash him.
There will still be a good amount of people that bash him. But
the second that he throws an interception, they'll be like, Miami Dolphins quarterback.
I think if Tua starts winning, if Tua starts performing the way that we think he can, I think people will back off.
I feel like, and I'm not trying to say this as far as like him being mentally weak or anything like that, but I see it in his. No, but I see it in his mannerisms that the media is I don't want to say it's getting to him, but he's more calculated with his words.
Yes.
His last press
media training
conference
by the
on
NFL, man.
But also,
he,
you want to know something? I would hate. I feel like if I ever got the chance to interview Tua, I'd be so excited, and I don't feel like he'd have a very
he wouldn't
good disposition towards me.
He's burnt out
because
with the media,
I feel
bro.
because I feel like the way the media has treated him was he would put walls up, and I don't get it. I don't get why they're that hard on him.
Look at his interview after the 6th interception practice. He literally went up there and he looked almost exhausted. And I get it. He practiced for sure. Mm-hmm. But Tua has always been this chipper guy, this upbeat guy. Like you saw him after he being drafted with Travis, and he was all excited and happy and giggly.
And I think it was because of Alabama. There was a lot of support for him.
There was
from the media there. Granted,
but surely,
nationally, a lot of people disliked him. But at least locally, he had that support.
And also he's a Pisces too, so they have their their moments. So, so I definitely feel for Tua.
Shout out Alana Tower.
I wish that I could
bro. What the hell does that mean? Is this about some moons and rising or what again?
All jokes aside, sometimes I feel like the media guys can be a little too cut and dry with these players. Like Devontae Parker. He hates the media. I could be in his face.
Yeah, they called him a walking injury for years. I will say he does get injured a lot.
I would love to have an opportunity to interview Devontae. My first question would be so let me ask you, between One Piece, Naruto, and SpongeBob, who wins in a fight? You know what I'm saying? Coach Flo, hey, you're going into year 3 now. What's been the biggest difference between year 1 and year 3? Hey, Tua, bro, I see you worked out. I see you worked out physically. I feel like you look a lot stronger, a lot bigger. How are you mentally? How are you feeling? How are you processing things?
There are other it feels like the questions are always they're always trying to play gotcha, right? Yeah. It's always trying to be what can I get out of you to get the most
5 interceptions. What do you think about that? Yeah. Bro, what the fuck do you think about that? What do you mean what I think? Obviously, I'm not going to try to throw 5. You know what?
We should just tell them to kick everyone else out and only allow us in 3 yards per carry to interview these players.
I mean, at this point, that would be a lot of fun.
I mean,
we might not get too many clicks because we're not gonna, we're not gonna be passionate.
We won't get all the clicks because we won't be on there oh guys, you threw another interception. Get the draft room ready.
Roll the tape.
Gosh,
yeah, bro.
Well, you want to know something? This is so. I know this is kind of different and off topic.
Jones has been struggling at Patriots camp, but nobody talks about that.
Okay, no. You don't get a chance to say that. You were a Mac Jones supporter. Do you not remember?
Dude, you wanted Mac Jones to go 3.
Yeah, you wanted Mac Jones on the Dolphins.
Don't even start.
You said I want Mac Jones over Tua. That's what you said.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at the text. I don't know if that came out of my mouth. And if there was some extracurricular activities going on those days. I'm not sure what's going on there.
I just think look, everybody's gonna struggle. We'll see how it goes. I don't know exactly what's gonna happen this season. I think we all have faith that Tua will figure it out, but I don't care what happens in practice, barring an injury. Tua is the only quarterback I want to see on the field this year for the Miami Dolphins.
I just want Jacoby Brissett to just be terrible. I don't want a single beat writer falling in love with the backup quarterback. I like
Jacoby Brissett, the person, man.
I do too.
Wait, bro, you going to Hooters with Alfredo?
Damn.
I just found out. We're gonna be talking Bitcoin full show.
I don't get the invite. That sucks, bro.
It's an exclusive membership.
It's just an exclusive membership. You've been hating on Tua for years,
and now I have to defend him. And here we are. It's just
I don't feel like you get to be on this train. Kind of have been riding this train the whole time.
I feel like I jumped off the train, and then
said that I was
they pushed me back on this train.
Okay, fine.
I'll take credit for that.
I have been on this train ever since 3 yards per carry put me on the train.
Credit. I will take credit from the day he was drafted, but I will not take credit from before then.
No, the moment 3 yards per carry told me to watch him, I started watching some Alabama games. I disgusted my father and became an Alabama fan for about a year because I love Tua.
Alf, we need some invites, bro. Jeez.
Yo, facts. Those ribs look like fall off the bone. Let me tell you. I was.
Oh, you're talking about Alfredo's. I thought you were talking about. Did you see that picture going around on Twitter?
Oh,
those dry ribs.
That's poison, bro. That's like.
Okay, you know what?
That's great.
We need to put a bow on this. We're gonna wrap it up. Tua, plus or minus 10 interceptions this season.
See, I'm not gonna lie. I've been struggling with numbers because of that 17 game.
Or is it because of where Bitcoin's at?
Motherfucker. I'm going to say over
11.
Yeah.
Like
over 10?
Yeah, I was gonna say 11, Kai. Right on
11's a good.
Yeah.
Okay, no. So you both say 11 interceptions?
Yeah, and just because I feel like it needs to be added to, I feel like 27-ish.
I'm gonna give him 6.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give him 6 on the season.
You want him to have like
I'm not wild.
You want him to have Tom Brady freaking.
I'm not telling you.
Okay, wait, time
out. That's what he's going to have.
How many games?
All 17.
Oh, Michael.
All 17.
Michael.
28-6.
Michael.
28-6.
Okay. All right.
Dang, Juan.
I did get that invite. I'm not gonna front.
Whoa.
Okay, wait. No. Let me get this straight. No. I'm not upset at Alfredo. I'm upset at you. Okay. So you get the invite, and none of us get, and then you don't go, and then you get another invite. Who are you?
Wait.
What you doing?
Wow.
What?
So here's the thing with Alfredo. Me and Alfredo have had this relationship where we kind of go back and forth on Twitter, and it's gotten to the point where there's mutual respect where I fully respect his opinion and I think he respects mine. And we're just, that's where we're at. Michael, you just, gotta step up, dog. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Me, why are you ignoring Kai in this too? Like Kai's right here.
Oh no, Kai's always no, Kai's always invited. Bro. We just didn't let him know this.
Juan, is it because you're a Cancer?
I get fired and this is what happens, bro.
Yes, you are.
I'm an Aquarius.
You're trying to tear us apart right now.
No, I'm an Aquarius.
No, you're a Cancer.
I was born February 14th.
No. Like you're cancerous to our group.
Whoa, what? I'm confused. They both aren't white. I'm white passing, but I don't know what the.
Am I white passing? What does white passing mean again?
Oh, there are the ribs.
That's white passing.
Wait, let me remove.
That was cooked by a white person.
So you want to know something? These are the ribs that Juan deserves.
That was Dan Orlovsky's ribs, like only salt. Like for sure.
They said, hey, this is a little spicy. What you put on it, pepper?
Bro, he straight up
salt.
He was straight up asking like why he was getting heat, and it's like, dude, you got heat because you said quote excited for this and tweeted that out. That's why you got.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That mac and cheese looks like freaking cardboard mac and then just cheese on top.
The ribs look like somebody overcooked the New York strip and then inserted some bones into it.
Bro, those ribs looks like the cow was sick when they cooked it.
That is not mac and cheese. Yo, why isn't it letting me? Okay, that is not mac and cheese, bro.
Wait, is that potato salad with cheese on top?
That's mac and cheese.
Bro, that's like dried up macaroni with like fake cheese on top.
Bro. Someone lied to him.
They look like shingles.
Hold on a second. Anush, we did talk football.
We've been talking football for
we talked football for like an hour. You know what? We're shutting it down. Anush made me shut it down. It's over.
Let me tell Juan so white passing is like essentially if like you have certain heritage or things in your family and then you yourself are like white. So like my father is black Japanese and I'm white.
But not me, right?
I'm white passing.
I ain't got that. I ain't got that passing ability. No, Juan, you have it more than me though, Juan.
Juan doesn't sound like a white guy name.
No. Juan does. Juan does, not Juan.
Juan does not sound like
especially not Juan, but Juan.
Wow, guys, I'm so disappointed. I spent my whole life thinking I was gonna be a white person.
You know what? Go deal with different waters, okay? All right. All right. That was it for this show. We'll be back in
Tootsie's Cap. Whoa. Stay.
Hey, listen. Chad goes.
I'm about to send you the StreamYard link, bro.
No. You know what though? At least Cap invited us, and I'm with it. And you don't get the invite because you don't deserve it.
You're good.
You haven't been on this train.
Oh damn! I don't even think my name was in there for real. Oh fuck. Damn, Cap. All right, cool. It's straight. Me and Alfredo gonna be enjoying some ribs.
You know what, Alfredo? Don't cook him ribs, please. Please don't cook him ribs.
Devlin Bush.
Dude, I saw the pics that Antoine posted, and I wasn't gonna say anything, but low key, I was like, "Whoa!" I felt, damn.
I mean, I live in Orlando, so I get it. I'm really not offended.
Now that Juan got the invite,
I'm chilling. But Juan, I just don't.
I gotta meet Juan though.
You know what, Kai? We'll wrap it on this. Kai, me and you alliance against Juan because it was always you and Juan against me, right? What? But we good now, right?
I don't know if I can leave Juan. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Michael. you settle down, okay? When we bring in Royal, that's when maybe he.
We had a really good show, guys. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm gonna play the wrap up video. We're out. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.